Good day. This is Tata Tronco Seba doing another video. First and foremost, let me just say that I do not claim to have the absolute truth. Now, I want to talk about a ritual that exists not only in Santeria, but also Palo Mayombe. It's called Cambio De Vida, or change of life. For those of you that are in the know, you guys know that this ritual has been done and it's very effective if it's done correctly. Now, this ritual could be done with cobayende, centella, iku, and this ritual. Let me just say it now. This ritual should only be done in extreme cases, like somebody's dying from a severe health issue, or you have an enemy or enemies out to kill you, which your path already has that mark on it. So it has to be intervened in order to prevent that from happening. Or in very extreme justice issues, this could also be done. But mainly when people do this change of life, it's actually because somebody is dying from a disease or whatnot. So, but like I said, there's other issues besides that could be resolved with this ritual. Now I have to watch what I say because there's tatas and yayas that I'm trying to prevent from them getting this information and applying it the wrong way, because I have plenty of issues with so-called tatas and yayas that really shouldn't be using that title at all. But that's a whole different video that I will do in the future on this topic by itself. But for now, I don't want to get distracted from from this topic. Now, the reason I say I have to be careful with what I say is because this ritual is extremely dangerous, not only for the person that it's being done for, but also for the religious person conducting the ritual. This is something that you don't play around with. If you don't know, stay away from it. And if you're trying to get this done for you or a loved one, make sure that the person you're going to is competent enough to perform this, because there's a lot of repercussions to this. I mean, at the very least, it will most definitely be counterproductive, but this could also lead up to death. And I'm not just talking about that person that you're going to, this religious person, ask them to conduct this ceremony, this ritual for somebody that's dying as we speak, but also for you and also for the religious person conducting it. So I'm heed my warning. You gotta make sure that the person is competent when it comes to doing this. Now, this ritual has actually brought a lot of taboo to this beautiful religion. Now, I'll explain why. Because these so-called religious people that are conducting this ritual, for one reason or another, they figure that you grab somebody, let's say, for instance, before COVID, where you had ample range of the sick ward in the hospital, then they will go and exchange your essence, put it on that person that's about to die anyways. But that's not the point. You do not need to fast forward somebody's death in order to save somebody else. So if you didn't get the memo, I'm giving you the memo right now. You tatas and yayas, you could do this type of ritual with a rooster, chicken. All right, so even that, you don't want to take that life. You could do it with a simple onion, with some dry beans, a coconut, even a candle. I mean, or simply making a rag doll and certain things that go in there. Now, the secret behind this ritual is knowing where to put the person's essence in order to allow a certain entity to take that essence and allow you to live. So, in essence, this entity took your essence, this that's representing you, your essence. So, it actually took that in exchange of, without taking you physically, it took that, was content with it. It's doing its job because your essence is there. You know what? Let me do a little. And this is for you, Ian, since you like my kindergarten drawing. So, all right, let me break it down to you. Now, I can't draw, so bear with me. I'm going to show you the mechanics, the science behind this ritual. So, here, health. So this first, this little person here, just say his issue has to do with health, or even, like I explained before, your enemies are really out to get you. They're gonna get you. And that's already marked in your path. So in those two cases, you deal with, let's just say, Mayombe, Centella. Cool. Now, you deal with Cobayende, Centella, Iku, just to give you an idea. Now, you could either do this, let's just say a rooster, here, animal, just to be more. Or, like I said, something as simple. You could use a rooster or an animal, or something as simple as an onion. So what you do is, see this spark here of light that I drew? That represents your essence. Now, I'm not going to tell you what's needed from you, from your actual body, in order to incorporate, whether this, let's just say the onion, to incorporate with that. But let's just say, look, you get the picture. You need to harness that essence that represents you. Now, these entities are not stupid. They know it's not you, but technically, they're doing their job because you're gonna give them their reward in order for them to take, let's just say, the onion with your essence in that onion, take it away, and technically they're doing their job because they took that essence, you, part of you. So that will buy you some time, hopefully a long time, before they have to come back and complete what they started. So now this little guy here is the other example. Let's just say you have an extreme justice issue. So in that case, you include another entity there called Cabo Ronda, along with the big hitters. And like I said, you can use an onion, or you can actually make a ragdoll. The secret to this is the essence that's needed from you. And then this is done in front of a tree. with certain things done in front of it, certain chants and invocations and ingredients. And then at the end of the day, whoever is getting this done is walking out those woods butt as naked. All right, there's a secret behind that. But like I said, I'm not trying to reveal too much because there's some so-called tatas and yayas that really don't know what they're doing, that even their title is very questionable. So I'm not trying to give them any more ammo to conduct these type of things and just hurt a lot of people in doing so. But you collect what you need to collect. You do what you gotta do. Pay your due to whatever entity that you're working with. That right there buys you from dying. That right there is like, it works. It really, really does work. But I'm gonna tell you again, it's extremely dangerous, not only for the person that's being done for, but the religious person that's conducting it. So at the end of the day, heed my warnings. If you have no experience doing this type of work, don't do it. Again, for those of you that know how to do it, this is your memo. You don't really have to go after another human being in order to do this transformation. You're still able to save this person through other means, and it works just the same. So I figure I'll talk a little bit about that. I know some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Others, this is completely new. It is not a bad thing. Like I said, nobody needs to get hurt in the process, but you can really save somebody from death. Stay humble, be kind to one another. Until next time, and Sami bless you and yours. Salam alaikum.